Hello my lovelies, it is time for round 36 of Have I Read It? So stay tuned. So if you're new here, welcome. This is one of my multiple TBR games that I play on my channel. If you're not new here, welcome back. And the way Have I Read It works is I go through one of my old hauls and I tell you if I've read the book, if I haven't read the book, or if I've unhauled the book. And I will make a stack of all the books that I haven't read, or if they're part of a series, I'll just take the first book that I haven't read in that series. And you get to vote on which of those books I have to add to my TBR for the upcoming month. So I will pick the top voted books, and how many books I pick will depend on how many are in the stack. So if there are 10 or less books in the stack, then I will take the #1 voted book. If there's like 11 to 20, I'll pick the top 2 voted books, and so on and so on. And today I'm going to be reacting to the Book Outlet September haul part 2. I've already done the part 1, which I will link up here that you can go and check out. I had gotten a total of 4 boxes from Book Outlet. I did 2 of the boxes in part 1, which I just say I did not do very well with how many I've actually read. My unread was quite a bit for that one. So I'm hoping that in part 2, the other 2 boxes, I will have done better. I don't know. We shall see. Okay, so I have the video pulled up here, and yeah, my hair changed quite a bit between part 1 and part 2 somehow. Okay, let's get started. Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome to my channel. So today is part 2 of my September Book Outlet haul. So stay tuned. So I know in part 1 I had green hair, but I filmed that before my makeover, so now I have orange hair. But I have the last 2 boxes from that haul, and I'm ready to show you. Okay, let's dig in. We got some paper and some paper, and I've got my receipt here. So apparently when I was placing this order, I had the holidays in mind, because there are a couple of different holidays featured in this box. So the first book in here is Scrooge # Worst Gift Ever by Charles Dickens and Brett Wright. I don't think I've actually read that one. I can't remember. Let me check. Okay, I don't have that one marked as read. I think I've read a lot of these kind of books, and I've loved so many of them, like Romeo and Juliet and Hamlet, but I don't think I've read this Scrooge one, so let me go grab that. Okay, here we go. These are fun, just classics that have been done in like text and emoji form and different kind of formats, like emails and stuff like that, and they're super cute and just a lot of fun to read. So if you want me to read this, vote Scrooge. All right, let me get back to the video. All right, next up. Okay, next up is Pumpkin Picking with Murder, an Otter Lake Mystery by Aurelie Wallace. I can't remember if I've actually read that one or not. I feel like I have, but I'm not certain. I know I have like shown that as like a season-a-thon book many times, for like when we would have the prompt like read a book with fruit on the cover because of a pumpkin. Give me a second. Okay, this is actually book 2 in the Otter Lake Mystery series, and these look so cute. They're like cozy mystery kind of books. Book 1 is Skinny Dipping with Murder, and yeah, it just sounds super cute. Let's see, it says Welcome to Otter Lake, where the relaxing, restorative atmosphere is to die for. Erica Bloom is in no rush to return to Otter Lake, the site of her mother's spiritual retreat for women. Erica met her inner goddess years ago, and she's happy to have forged a new identity of her own. Thank you very much. But her new agey, well-meaning mother is losing her grip on the business and needs Erica's help. So she heads back to her New Hampshire hometown, where nothing much has changed except for maybe the body in the well. When Erica was a teenager, she fell prey to a practical joke that left her near naked in Otter Lake's annual Raspberry Social. The incident was humiliating, but it wasn't like anyone got killed until now. Those who were behind that long ago prank are starting to turn up dead, and Erica's appearance in town makes her a prime suspect. To make matters worse, the town sheriff just happens to be Erica's old nemesis, Grady Forrester, who also happens to be hotter than ever. Can Erica find a way to dig up the truth before someone digs her grave? And this sounds like a lot of fun. So if you want me to read this, vote Skinny Dipping with Murder, because I want to read it before I get to Pumpkin Picking with Murder. So if this one wins, I will see if I can find it on like Scrib or Hoopla or something like that, or see if my library has it, you know, whatever. Or I'll just order it because it does sound like a fun time. All right, next up. Next up, we have Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. But it is this beautiful, like, manga-inspired edition. Okay, so I have actually read that one, so yay. All right, next up. And following along the same lines, I also got Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. I don't know if I've read that particular edition. I've read Peter Pan, but I don't know if I've read that edition of it. So let me go grab that. I do love the art in these. They're very like anime-esque, in my opinion. Okay, so if you want me to read this, vote Peter Pan. Alrighty, what else do we have? Another one like that is Pollyanna. I have not read Pollyanna, so let me go grab that. Okay, I think I watched Pollyanna a long time ago, like when I was a kid, but I don't really remember too much about it. This is a beloved American classic. This one's also done in that like manga style, and it says a young orphan, Pollyanna Whittier, is sent to live with her wealthy and stern Aunt Polly, and she just doesn't let things get her down. So if you want me to read this, vote Pollyanna. Okay, next up. Sticking with classics a moment longer, I also got Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery. I have not read Anne of Green Gables either, so let me go grab that. Okay, I can't seem to find that one. So maybe I unhauled it? I guess I unhauled it, I don't recall. Alright, next. Okay, next up is The Last Girlfriend on Earth and Other Love Stories by Simon Rich. I don't think I've read that one. No, I know I haven't read that one. I can't remember if I've unhauled it or not, so let me go look on my shelf. So this is actually a short story collection. It says, in 30 short, sharp, ingenious stories, Rich conjures up some unforgettable romances. An unused prophylactic describes life inside a teenage boy's wallet. God juggles the demands of his needy girlfriend with the looming deadline for Earth's creation. And a love-struck Sherlock Holmes ignores all the clues that his girlfriend's been cheating on him. As enchanting, sweet, and absurd as love itself, these stories are Simon Rich's Valentine to readers, an irresistible collection of delights. All that's missing is the heart-shaped box. Cute. So if you want me to read this, vote The Last Girlfriend on Earth. Alright, next up. Okay, next up is Untamed by A.G. Howard. If that's the first one, I have read it. If it's not the first one, I haven't read it. Let me check. Okay, it is not the first one. It's like some short stories. It looks like you read it post ensnared. Splintered is the first one, and I have read Splintered, but it was a long time ago, and I honestly don't really remember anything except for like something about a mental hospital, I think, and she can hear things and see things that don't really make sense. Wonderland type things, which was like a sign that her mother was going crazy, and now she thinks she's going crazy, but it is actually real. That's all I really remember about it. So let me grab Splintered, because that is definitely one I would have to reread before continuing on. So 1 second. Okay, here it is. If you want me to read Splintered, vote for this. And again, this is like an Alice in Wonderland retelling. All right, let me get back to the video. All right, next up. Okay, next up we have another one of those emoji text ones. This is Greek Gods #squad goals. I don't think I've read the Greek God ones either, so let me go grab that. Okay, this says, OMG Greek myths. Mount Olympus just got Wi-Fi. A king of the gods always in search of a new bae. A squad of goddesses who can't resist stirring the pot. And the selfie-obsessed heroes out for all the likes. Gonna be cute. Okay, so if you want me to read this, vote Greek Gods. All right, next up. Okay, the last book in this box is If You Dare by A.R. Torr. I have not read that. I don't think I actually own the first book, so let me check. Okay, so If You Dare is actually the third book in the Deanna Madden series. I actually have books 2 and 3, but I don't have book 1, which is The Girl in 6E. These are erotic thrillers. It says Deanna Madden, aka Jessica Riley, hasn't touched another person in 3 years. She hasn't left her apartment. She makes money from performing to webcams on a sex site where her clients pay $6.99 a minute for her time. She's doing all right. The dollars are piling up in the bank. She's the number 3 model on cams.com, and she hasn't killed anyone for years. But when Deanna sees on the news that a little girl called Annie has gone missing, the story rattles her carefully ordered world. It's comfortably similar to the dark fantasy of one of her most disturbing online clients. She's convinced he's responsible for the girl's abduction, but no one will listen to her. So after 3 years, Diana finally leaves the apartment, and this is what happens. So, if you want me to read this, vote The Girl in 6E. Now let me get back to the video. We are not quite halfway. Next up. Now on to the last box. We got some paper, paper, and a receipt. Okay, so the first thing I see in here is 1 question a day, a 5-year journal, a personal time capsule to questions and answers. Okay, so I'm gonna mark that as read because it's not really a read kind of thing, and I didn't unhaul it. Have I used it some? I think so. I definitely did not do it every day. I feel like I actually got one of those for like all of us, and I don't know if anybody did very much of it, but they are really neat. Okay, next up. I got one for me, and one for Becca, and one for Marty. And instead of getting Xander one of these, I actually got him 1 question a day for kids. And this one is actually hardback, whereas the other one's like a leather bound kind of thing. Soft cover, I guess you would call it. This one's a hardback, and it's a 3-year journal. It says create your own personal time capsule.
So again, I guess I'll mark the rest of those as unhauled because I did unhaul them. I gave them to others, so unhauled, I guess.
Also for Xander, I got him Attack on Titan Lost Girls, which is the first book.
I unhauled that. I think Xander also unhauled that. I unhauled it to Xander, and I think Xander got rid of it as well. Next up.
Going along those same lines, I also found this Spoof on Titan.
Volume 1. I unhauled that one as well. So, yeah. Next.
And then as far as actual, like, reading books for myself, there's one in here. And that is After Party by Daryl Gregory.
I have not read that, so let me go get it. Okay, this says, in the years following the smart drug revolution, any high school student with a chemjet and an internet connection can download recipes and print drugs or even invent them. The Numius is the most insidious of these designer narcotics to emerge on the scene, capable of reprogramming a user's very beliefs, and employed as a sacrament by a new church that preys on the underclasses. When a 17-year-old street girl finds God through Numius and is institutionalized for her addiction, her withdrawal leads to suicide. Lydia Rose, another troubled patient in the same psychiatric facility, has a dark secret. She was one of the original scientists who developed and suppressed Numius. With the help of an ex-government agent and an imaginary doctor, Lydia sets out to find the other creators of the drug in a desperate effort to save lives and set things right. Depicting a dangerous, psychotropic-driven chase across North America, After Party raises and revamps questions about the nature of faith and rationality, delusion and reality, and the convictions and loyalties that underpin them all. Okay. I can honestly say I don't know if I would have picked this up now. Hold on. So it's got a 3.73 on Goodreads, but it doesn't have a huge amount of ratings either. So I don't know. It might be awesome. I don't know. If you think I should give it a shot and you think I should read this, vote for After Party. Okay, let's see if there's anything else in here. Okay, that's it. That's all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 7 books in the stack today. Which of these books do you think that I should read in August? I'm only going to be taking the #1 voted book here, so comment down below which books you think I should read. You can put more than one book, but the one that gets the most votes is the one that I will select. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye.